In 1989, an art teacher at Sanibel Elementary School decided to further her students' involvement in conservation. The school sits back-to-back with Jaye Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge, named for the man who designed the first duck stamp and started the duck stamp program in 1934 to raise funds to purchase refuge lands. Ding Darling is headquarters for today's Florida Junior Duck Stamp Contest, and Jaye Boswell, that elementary school art teacher, helps judge the contest.
We decided on having our third graders do a duck stamp, design a little duck stamp in my art class. And I thought, how do I make a duck sound exciting? However, I started thinking we could teach history. First, Ding Darling, the fact that he was an artist was totally awesome. Second, a little bit about conservation, the wetlands, science, biology, and I thought, oh, I can tie this all together and teach about the plants, the trees, the grasses that you find in the wetlands. So it really was an easy thing to motivate, and the results were awesome.
That first local contest sent just 3 third graders from Sanibel Elementary, now the Sanibel School, to Washington, D.C. But from that humble beginning grew the Federal Junior Duck Stamp Program, a nationwide competition that attracts thousands of young artists each year.
The next year I did it with the entire school, and it worked out just to be a really great project. And in turn, I could teach from my 4th graders colored pencil, my 5th graders watercolor, and work on down to markers and different media tied in with designing a stamp. So that's where our beginnings came from. And in 1994, it was sanctioned by the Fish and Wildlife, and California jumped on the bandwagon. And how goes California goes the rest of the nation. And that's the duck stamp story.
As a result of federal legislation, each state and U.S. territory holds its own contest. Their Best of Show winning design moves on to the annual national competition. The winner there becomes the following year's official Federal Junior Duck Stamp.
The stamps itself, just like the federal duck stamp, they are not postage stamps. They're what's considered Cinderella stamps. So stamp collectors purchase them and collect them. First of all, you guys are going to be doing a contest. You guys are all here because you love art, and this is the contest called the Junior Duck Stamp Contest.
Toni Westland is the Environmental Education Ranger at Ding Darling. She runs the Florida program and tirelessly visits schools to raise youngsters' awareness about the program and conservation, and to teach some duck crafting skills.
What we're going to do now is we're going to do a drawing exercises. And this is just to show you how easy it is to draw ducks.
The Florida Junior Duck Stamp winner has the honor of meeting the current federal duck stamp winner, who makes an annual appearance at the refuge during Ding Darling Days, a public eco-festival that celebrates its namesake's birthday every October. A special reception honors both artists.
It's just one part of my job, but it is by far my favorite. It takes up a lot of time, but we really get to inspire children about getting out into the outdoors. They get out, they get dirty, they learn about ducks and waterfowl, and then they get to use their creativity to express themselves into a beautiful painting. This year, for the state of Florida, I want to introduce, and why don't you come up, Miss Olivia Stouffer.
Olivia was a homeschooled student from Alva when she created her winning portrait of pintail ducks, which went on to earn an honorable mention in national competition.
Through doing the entry, I learned a lot more about ducks and waterfowl, because I hadn't really been into that. But when I did the entry, I learned a lot more about waterfowl, so it gave me more of an appreciation for waterfowl.
When we saw her artwork, we knew it was something special. This is just a color copy. The original is outstanding, and it will be on traveling display throughout the country.
Students who participate in the Junior Duck Stamp program begin the cross-discipline learning process months before the state-level judging each April.
Looking at it, and looking at the field markings, how do you know you're looking at a wood duck? What do you think the field markings are special on this bird? Yeah.
We usually start in January, and I bring out what I have collected over the years. People have given me some old decoys and stuffed ducks, and I have cut up calendars and laminated them, just to look for patterns, designs, different things on the feather formation on the bird itself that will make it really stand out.
Students can pick from more than 30 species of ducks, geese, and swans to depict on their stamp.
Field markings are special characteristics of that bird that make you know that you're looking at it. A wood duck is very colorful, so looking at the coloration of his head, what color is his head? Yeah. Ding Darling started the first federal duck stamp, and this one was designed to get children involved in knowing about duck stamps and their importance, the role that they play in buying habitat conservation. And so it was to get students to start drawing duck stamps also. So it's an interdisciplinary program where they learn about science and art together, hopefully to make them future stewards of the land. Sketch them out, staring straight. The wood duck or the goose?
Some 1,300 Florida entries from kindergartners through high school seniors compete in 4 age groups. 25 winners from each age group advance to the state level, where the top finisher from each group competes for Best of Show. That winning state stamp then advances to national competition. Visitors to Ding Darling can view Florida's top 25 year-round in the Education Center.
From there, they pick the top 3 and the honorable mentions. The top winner is made into a stamp, a $5 stamp, again, that Cinderella stamp, and they win $5,000 cash.
They love it. They get real excited when they hear about an actual competition and, of course, the rewards for doing the hard work. I think that motivates them a lot.
Everyone who participates gets a certificate. The top 100 placers receive a gift, and the top 36 also get a ribbon.
Something that was just a small idea here on Sanibel has turned into a huge idea throughout the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, throughout the whole nation. 50,000 kids participate in all 50 states to draw native waterfowl.
I am thrilled personally that 50,000 students are participating in this endeavor.
One goal of the Junior Duck Stamp program is to raise kids' awareness for the federal duck stamp. The program, started by artist Jaye Norwood Darling, who wintered on Captiva Island, requires waterfowl hunters to purchase the stamp, today at a cost of $15. Collectors also purchase the annual stamp. Over the past 75-plus years, proceeds have funded the purchase and preservation of 5 million acres of wetlands and wildlife habitat by the National Wildlife Refuge system. So both duck stamp programs are a matter of art imitating and benefiting wildlife.